The saga involving Michael Jackson's family continues to unfold. Jackson's daughter, Paris, recovering after what's been widely reported to be a suicide attempt. And now there are questions about her guardianship. So joining us to discuss this and other celebrity cases is our legal analyst, Kent Zimmermann. Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
So the big question, could her real mother come into play in a possible custody case? What is brewing here?
So there have been a number of reports that Paris Jackson and her grandmother, Catherine Jackson, who is one of the two people who's supposed to be her guardian, are not getting along so well. Some believe that that is related to the fact that she tried to hurt herself. What a court cares about most in a case like this, and not just with a celebrity, with any child, is the child's welfare, the child's well-being. That's the most important thing. So if a court finds that the arrangement is not in the child's best interest, not keeping her welfare safe, they could make a change.
But, you know, this is an issue that could happen to any parent.
That's right.
So what's really the likelihood that, oh, it must be the guardian's fault, not necessarily unfortunate circumstances in her life?
So if the court opens up the guardianship question in this case, the judge is likely to give great deference to what Paris says that she wants. Now, if she says that she wants her birth mother to be her guardian, they will seriously consider that. The next thing they would do is they'd want to know, would the birth mother accept guardianship? If yes, the next thing they'd look at is there a relationship, a meaningful relationship between those two? There have been a number of reports that recently those two have developed a meaningful relationship, Paris Jackson and her birth mother.
Okay.
So it's possible at that point that the court could make a switch if they find that the current arrangement isn't serving her best interest. There's a lot of ifs in there, though, so it's early to tell. I would also just add a caveat, and that is the Jacksons, Catherine Jackson and several of Michael Jackson's siblings, have said that they will fight this tooth and nail, and they obviously have great financial resources to do so. So this is a wait and see. We wish Paris Jackson well. At the start of this weekend, she was still recovering in the UCLA Medical Center.
Yeah, let's definitely hope so. So unfortunate and so sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
For everything that's gone on there. All right, let's talk about Randy Travis now. Okay, so DUI, what he had about 180 days in jail for a sentence. Now he's bringing a lawsuit. I guess he's a little fearful of what could happen if this comes out.
So let me tell you what went on. And before I do that, I'll just say there's a saying by our friend Steve Harvey, our neighbor here at NBC Tower. He always says, if you can't pay the fine, don't commit the crime. That kind of applies in this case because the fine was not only a sentence to jail, but also there was dash cam video that showed the scene when police came up on the scene. This is in North Texas last summer. Randy crashed his Trans Am reportedly, and when the cops got there in this dash cam video, not only was he drunk, but reportedly he was naked. Randy probably doesn't want that to come out. Would you say that's embarrassing?
Yeah.
A little embarrassing.
How do you stop that, can you? I mean, at this point, it's publicly recorded.
That's the case. Randy wants to suppress that video from ever coming out. That's why he's sued. He's named the Attorney General of Texas, the Texas Public Safety Commission in his lawsuit. If you were to guess what would happen in this case, what would you think would happen?
I would side with, you're going to get it, but with a big blob over the private part, you know, or something. I don't know. What do they do?
You're exactly. This is very likely to come out. Randy Travis probably doesn't have a leg to stand on, in this case. Here's why. In past dash cam video cases, when the person in the dash cam video has tried to suppress the release of the tape, it's almost always been released. In Texas, there's a law that says any information that's collected during official government business, including when a police officer is doing his job, can come out to the public if the public properly requests it. It seems like that's exactly what will happen in this case.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much for being here.
Anytime.
I don't know if we really want to see, but anyway, thanks for the information.